I'm going to show you how to do several very convincing false cuts. And I'm going to explain a little of the psychology involved when using them. And I'm going to do a little editing on the video because a lot of people don't like to sit here and listen to psychology. Some people just want to know the secret. A false cut can be used as a flourish or to control a single card or a block of cards. But the main purpose is to convince spectators that the deck has been cut. Keep in mind, most people don't know about false cuts or false shuffles. Usually the only ones who do know are either magicians, cardists, or cheating poker players. A while back someone made a comment on my Ace Assembly video claiming I used CGI to create the cards. I had to take it as a compliment, but it's an example of what goes on in the mind of a spectator who knows nothing about false cuts, shuffles, sleights, gaff cards, or things like stripper decks. Shortly after that, I made another video revealing the sleight that I used, and their comment mysteriously disappeared. Simple false cuts are very effective. A false cut that takes more than 4 or 5 seconds to complete is probably in the realm of cardistry. The term cardistry is derived from the words card and artistry and refers to the art of card flourishing. I got this from Wikipedia. It says, unlike card magic, cardistry is meant to be visually impressive and appear to be very hard to execute. Now I know there is some controversy whether cardistry is magic, but if you look up the definition of magic, that's magic with a C, illusions, not paranormal. It includes the art of juggling as a form of magic. A long, elegant, beautiful false cut is good at convincing people that you're an amazing card handler, but not very good at convincing people that you've cut the deck. The psychology part of it is that although they're impressed, they probably won't believe anything you do or say after that. In their mind, you're just too far out of their league when it comes to cards. A good example is card magician Leonard Green. After watching 5 minutes of him in action, you'd think he never held a pack of cards in his life, when in fact, he's probably one of the best card magicians in the world. Despite his skills, he makes himself appear as if he's at the same level as his spectators. There's great psychology in this. So save the fancier moves for the end. Alright, let's get into it. Here are 3 easy false cuts that, in my opinion, are the easiest to learn, along with being the most effective. The first one is the number 2 cut. I guess the name refers to the fact that, I'll be discreet, it's a very crappy cut as far as actually cutting the deck goes. Peel off a third of the top, lay it on the table. Take another third, lay it on the table. The last pack, lay it on the table. Pick this one up, put it on there. Pick this one up, put it on there. It's a completely false shuffle. You haven't done anything. Now, if you do it real slow, it might be a little obvious, but at speed, it can be convincing. So that's the number 2 cut. The next one is the false tap cut. Hold the deck between your middle finger and your thumb, and just like a swing cut, pull half of the deck, about half of the deck with your index finger and swing it over. Grab that pack between your palm and your thumb, pull it away, turn it sideways, and tap, drop, grab this, put it right back on top. You've done absolutely nothing. A little tip when performing this, I think speed has a lot to do with it. If you go fast right in the beginning and then slow it down. So in the beginning when you do the swing, swing it over really fast. Now slow down your pace. Drop this down. Give it some hang time. This is above now. And it can trick your mind into believing that it's been cut. Here, we'll do it one more time. This is the false tap cut. Between the middle finger and the thumb, grab half the deck with your index finger and swing it over. Grab it in between your palm and your thumb, pull it away, turn it sideways, square them up, drop this, Bring this around and drop it. Full speed, you want to go real fast here. Pull this away. Take your time and tap it as you gently drop that down. Give this some hang time and drop it. It's very convincing. When you drop the top pack, you can even when you drop this down, turn it a little sideways, so instantly everybody's going, hey, wait a minute, you really didn't cut it, and then you just square it like that. It's has to do with the mind. This is the pass cut. Start with the deck holding it in this grip. You need to get a pinky break about halfway down. You can do that by riffling the back and sticking your pinky in there, and you can get a pinky break. And you're gonna grip this top pack with your ring finger and your pinky, and you're gonna pull it away as your middle finger and your thumb grab the bottom pack, and it pulls it away as you grab this and lay it down. Give it some hang time and drop it over. Here's a variation that I do which doesn't require you to even get a pinky break. It's a little faster. If you grip the deck here, you're holding it with this hand and this one. Hold the bottom half with these fingers and get your thumb right there and just break it apart like this. And if you do it fast enough, in other words, you just hold it and you break it like that. You can come around as this half falls around just like a pass. You drop it and you drop it. Here's another tip. When you're performing for a few people you don't know, it also means that you don't know their skill level with cards either. So before starting, pass the deck of cards to each person and let them shuffle once each. You'll be able to tell how familiar they are with cards by watching them shuffle. Then you can adjust the appearance of your skill level. Here's how to do the false cut from the beginning that I created just for this video. Now the first part is the same thing as several other false cuts that I didn't create, so I'm not going to take credit for those moves, but the last part I watched a lot of false cuts and I didn't see anything like it. So I was hoping I didn't create something that somebody else already created, but I didn't see anything like it. Anyway, here's how it goes. It looks like this. Start off with the deck between your middle finger and your thumb, and with your index finger grab about 1/3 of the deck and swing it over. Grab it with your thumb. When you pull it over, you come around with your index finger and grab another third, no more than 1/3, because that's the packet that you're going to rotate one revolution. So you don't want too many cards. About 15, 16 cards will work. You can start off with less. So peel the next packet around. As you come around, drop it on top of this one. Now it's going to be out jogged slightly. If you use your index finger, it'll fall right into place. Now as you lay this last packet on top, at the same time you want to get out of this position. Lay it on top and bring your thumb right here and this finger here, because you're going to do a Charlier cut in a second. This is a Charlier. This packet you're going to rotate around. Now don't use your index finger, don't use your middle finger. Use your ring finger and your pinky and place them like this. So if this packet is a little out of squareness, as you bring this around, you can slightly squeeze it, because you're holding with these two fingers and your middle finger over here. So you can square that pack up a little bit. The reason you're using these two fingers is because you want to get this packet in between your middle finger and your thumb. So using your pinky and your ring finger, bring it around to about here. At this point, your perfect location to grab that packet with your thumb and your middle finger as you bring it out. At the same time you're bringing it out, you're in position here to do a Charlier. So you're going to want to drop that bottom packet down, And this is where you're going to do the rotation. Use your index finger to now pull this around and do a rotation. Let's get back in position here. Okay, we're back in order. Start off decking between the middle finger and your thumb. Third of the pack, pull it over, grab it, come around with your index finger, another third of the pack, swing it around and let it drop on top so it's slightly out jogged. Don't forget to relocate your fingers here for the Charlier cut. This gets thrown on top. Ring finger, pinky, rotate this around on your ring or your middle finger right here. As the same time you grab this packet with your thumb and your ring finger. Drop this pack down. Work on the rotation. As you do the Charlier, this goes on top and this gets dropped back on top. And it's a complete false cut. When you get to this point, bring it around, grab that, drop. Now the rotation, you're going to have to work on the rotation. If you swing it around, you can actually rotate it one full rotation. You can also use your ring finger here to help with the rotation, such as underneath like that. Takes a little practice. You get that rotation and it closes up. To practice the second part, you can skip the first part and just get into this position, grab a third, drop that. So now you're in the position right here, so you can just practice this move without doing the whole cut. You just pull this up, drop it down, and practice that move right there. One more time, and that's it.